Hey everybody, this is Bill Murphy here with MMORPG.com, and I am here with Jake from the Edge of Space team. Edge of Space is a unique micro-MMORPG, is that what you're calling it? Yeah.
Oh, loving term.
It's like a side-scrolling sci-fi sandbox, and really, this is one of the first times I've got to see it in person, so we're going to let Jake sort of explain to us what it's all about.
All right, so kind of like the quick pitch is, it's a Terraria-like game in a darker sci-fi setting that doesn't take itself too seriously. So we have like laser sharks, we have
laser sharks and giant skulls.
We have like a DJ dubstep penguin boss. We have like plasma polar bears. It's just all sorts of crazy stuff. Yeah. And so then on top of that, one of like our main focuses in the game is like action combat. It's going to feel a little bit more like Metroid.
Okay.
And then our other thing is our base building. Base building is important. You don't just make throwaway bases. You'll be making them for a reason, and you'll need to be setting them up, and then coming back and defending, setting up automated defense systems.
No kidding, like turrets and everything?
And setting like repair drones and defense drones and all of that.
Okay.
And then the third main thing is that we have dynamic events. So we actually have like a director that's watching the world that like triggers events around it.
Is it AI, or is it like one of you guys is actually watching it?
No, it's all AI.
It's all AI.
This isn't. People can create their own servers, do their own thing. That's automated.
Awesome. So you're going to have your own servers with your rule sets and your stuff, but I could buy my own server, or?
Well, we won't have any dedicated. It's all user.
Really?
All users can make it. Like we have a LAN going right now here with 8 people on it.
Okay.
But people can just fire up their servers, do anything like that.
Excellent.
We don't know about if we're going to do like official server type situations yet. It'll really depend on how much people want it and like how much we can actually feasibly do. I mean, it's just 2 guys.
That's not a lot.
No.
It's you and who else?
It's me and Paul, and Paul's the lead engineer, and then I basically do everything else.
No kidding.
So
you don't sleep?
Oh yeah. No, I don't sleep because I'm also a single dad.
And he's a single dad, folks. Ladies, put your hair back. Put your hair back. Just go like this. There it is. Money shot. Anyway, back to the game. This is why we're here. Now tell me about like the RPG aspects of your character and like character building.
Okay, all right. So you do have like more of a, I wouldn't necessarily say direct linear, but more of like the what kind of gear do I want to make? I need to go kill these things. Or find these things, and I'm making my gear better, getting stronger, better, bigger, stronger, faster. But we also have a non-linear like exploration mechanic as well, which is this is like a throwback to Metroid.
Yeah.
In the world, there's like 125 upgrade platforms, and you go out and when you find these, they permanently upgrade your character.
And these are procedurally generated worlds, right?
Yes, all of them.
Wow.
So, and in the full team, we have instance tech, so we can have like unlimited dynamic dungeons that you can be visiting.
Very, very cool. And so it's really about what you have on your character and what platforms you've unlocked, more than just some arbitrary like I hit level 10 and now I have a shield thing.
Exactly, and skill is very much a part of it.
Okay.
Because like you can go like like we're really good. We can fight like mega bosses and like low end gear because we can run around and we know exactly what to do. It takes a long time, but we know exactly what to do.
When you die, is it like permanent death? Do you lose your stuff?
No, that might be an optional mode that we do later.
Okay.
The way that death works, you have cryo rods and cryo-pods, and you want to keep your cryo-pod loaded with those rods. Okay. Now, if you ever run out, you get a death debuff.
Okay.
So you just need to make them back on it, and then eventually the death debuff will wear off, or if you die, it'll cleanse it. Okay. Or you can actually eat the rods to try to get rid of it, but it's not as efficient.
So these are things that you have to craft or find?
You can find them and craft them.
Okay, excellent.
And so then, but like, what's cool about this system is that if we want to make it into hardcore, we just say if you ever get caught with 0 rods, then you're permadead. So you get kind of the best of both worlds. So you know that like, okay, I've got 5 rods. I need to be really careful how many times I die. Now, and more people can be bound to a pod than 1. So that means you might be running out and die. Now there's only 4 rods.
Yeah.
You might die and now there's 3.
This many rods. And people are hunting you down necessarily on some of the servers too, right?
As far as PvP goes, it's not like official PvP at the moment. We will add the ability for it later, but right now it's more like if you want a PvP, you can passively use explosive weapons because explosive weapons can hurt you and hurt other people.
Friendly fire, but not so friendly fire. Yeah. Okay, and then so what's the is there an end goal besides just getting everything you possibly can?
Yes. Your giga goal, your mega omega goal, whatever. I had to put as many front things as far as, is to terraform the entire world.
All right.
And so you will get terraformers, and this is actually one of what we call like our controlled world events, where effectively what you do is you'll set up a terraform and you'll activate an event once you meet all the conditions. Then you'll run the event, and as you get deeper, these events get more complex and harder. And you have to keep it protected. When you complete the event, it's just like this big explosion of terraforming, and it changes, and it'll be new creatures, different plants, different placeables that can be placed in that world, all of that. But the problem is that now you're a new target, and the world wants to revert it back. It does not like you. So you also have to keep that terraformer defended, because if it gets damaged for too long, it will start receding back in.
All right, so it's basically it's not something you're going to do in like a day. Okay, that's good. It's going to take you hours. And how many people are you aiming for like per server right now? Okay,
so the way that it's designed is that it's 5 to 7 people. If you meet minimum, our goal is if your computer meets our minimum specs and you have a decent internet connection, then anybody within that should be able to host a 5 to 7 man server.
Because it's your computer, it's basically acting as a server.
Yes, but if you do more dedicated, or you have like a beast of a computer and a beast of a connection, we have a hard cap limit at 254. But the game, I mean, like, if you could get that many people in, you'll probably just destroy everything. But in my opinion, if you can get that many people in, sure, you destroy everything.
Yeah. I think it's time to upgrade, right? I'm like, make sure that I call Time Warner Cable and they stop dicking around. I'm gonna have to bleep out the word dickin'. All right. Anyway, what else do we leave out? What haven't we talked about?
We have mechs.
There are mechs, and there's sharks with lasers on their head.
Lasers.
And the T-1000, but
that is Omegatron.
Omegatron. Okay, tell me about Omegatron.
Okay, so Omegatron was we got permission from Redigit from Terraria to cameo some things from Terraria, and Omegatron is a throwback to Skeletron.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. So when did that come about? Actually, I think I saw the press release a while ago. You guys are working with that group. Yeah.
Well, what happened is we reached out to him, and because I wanted, like, first of all, I just want to tell him, we don't hide it. We were definitely influenced by Terraria, and it's just great to talk to another developer and be like, we really liked your game. But at the same time, I also wanted to make sure that our game gave a different experience. So I wanted to talk to the developer and be like, so, I mean, this is where we're going, this is what we're trying to do. You feel that this is a different enough experience compared to you? Because, I mean, I don't want to be a copy. I want my game to be unique and feel different.
Yes. And obviously he agreed with you that it was
they have been amazing. They have been some of the coolest people that I've ever gotten to talk to, and it's just awesome.
That's fantastic to hear. Well, dude, it looks great. We're actually going to play it now. We're going to make Ripper play it, and we're going to film over his shoulder. It'll be a lot of fun. Look for Edge of Space. What's the projected release date?
Right now, it's really when it's good.
Okay, but it's early access, right?
But it's early access right now.
Okay, and it's how much for the early access?
Right now, it is $12.99.
$12.99, and if you're here at PAX, because we're trying to get this up tonight, you got one more day to do it. If you're here at PAX, I think it's 50% off coupon right now on Steam. So
Jinx.
Yeah, what, $7.50, something like that? No, I'm not good at that. $6.
You can't even get a sandwich here for $6.
No, you really can't. You can't get a Red Bull for like less than 10. So anyway, look for it, Edge of Space. It's on Steam, and when it's ready, and it's coming out. It's fun. Play it.
Is that cool?
Absolutely. You can name whatever you want.
Sweet beans, man.
No, you are not allowed to do your own name.
Okay.
This is not an option. Edge of Space owns you.
You guys hear that? It's true. Yeah. I signed the contract. It was perpetual. So, all right. Create avatar.
Yeah.
All right. Can I show my helmet real quick?
Yeah.
Whoa. Cool. All right.
Click it.
All right. Select avatar.
Yes. Boom.
Boom.
Now we've got you all souped up right now.
I like
You've got like unlimited ammo.
Okay.
All that type of stuff. Now, something that I do want to mention is that though that's set up this way, we actually do have a weapon type that is unlimited.
Okay.
And that's like, as I said, it's a throwback to Metroid. You always have a weapon type that has unlimited ammo on it. and you just have reload time.
I love it. Okay.
And then you have your other weapons that do lots of damage, much more overpowered, but you have a much more limited use of those weapons.
Okay, gotcha. And what's interesting, I just jumped into a game here. I already see someone in the game, so I mean, it's heavily multiplayer as well. Or
this is a set up 8-player LAN right now. So you're
okay.
playing with all those people, and anybody can set those up. And here you can already see some of our base defenses that we set up.
I love it. Gooch poop. That's great. So,
Awesome.
what's the max amount of players you can have in the game per se, or is it?
We said that the hard cap is 254.
Holy crap!
But the game is not actually made for that. That's just like if somebody can get like a cool, crazy server thing going on.
Gotcha.
But right now, as I said, the game is going to be more designed and crafted for between like 5 to 7 people.
Okay.
But getting more is still good, and the game is still going to be challenging with that many. But it really will depend on how fast you can move through things.
Gotcha. And it looks like I have a really cool jetpack. Do you start with that, or is it?
Start out with a basic jetpack.
Okay.
Now, right now, you have lots of energy and lots of health from all your gear.
Gotcha.
But you do start out with a jetpack.
Okay, cool.
You have to. The world is all broken up. It is not a solid world.
Okay.
So the fall damage is real.
Oh, it's real. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
like you can take a jump. You can do the blind jump of doom.
Jeez.
Start it. There's the fall damage.
Okay, I got it. Awesome. I really love the background. It's beautiful.
Thank
it's really
you.
cool. Yeah.
So like one of the cool things that I like about jetpack, right? So here's what I'm going to tell you to do.
Sure.
So I want you to burn it and hold it for just a little bit, and you have to think of it like an elliptical slingshot. So like fire it and hold it.
Okay.
Double tap.
Oh.
Hold. Get a little speed. Let go, and keep moving this way. There.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So
It's
like
awesome.
the idea is that
Yeah.
it creates a little bit more skill in the way that you land and that you move and to optimize your energy.
Gotcha. I was going to say, because you obviously run out of energy, your jetpack doesn't always go forever, so it makes sense. All right. Very cool.
So one of the things that's really cool is our crafting system. Now it's kind of hard to show that it packs,
right?
But I'm going to give you a quick brief down of kind of how it works.
Awesome. Okay.
So here, so we open this up. I want you to click this right here. Then I want you to click facility. Then I want you to click utility. Then I want you to click plasmatory. All right. So you see these subtitles,
right?
The raw mineral.
Right.
So did you ever play old school Star Wars Galaxies?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a mineral agnostic crafting system.
Okay.
So if you hit select, you don't have any materials right now.
Right.
But because it's just a raw mineral, anything with that classification can work. So you can use mud, dirt, clay, anything with that classification.
Awesome.
So what happens is that in the early, our crafting system is scalular in complexity.
Okay.
It gets more complex as the game goes along. So in the beginning, it's 3 tiers. The first tier is where you basically, it'll just be like raw mineral metal or raw mineral aluminum. And that'll be, so it's like you put in, you get out.
Right.
Tier 2 is when you start refining things. Now when you start refining things, you start getting random stats, kind of like when you mine in Star Wars Galaxies and you get the stats of that area.
Right.
So, but you don't have to use those yet. It's still just you getting used to those numbers, but you have to go through that step of refining.
I gotcha.
Third tier, everything starts getting more agnostic. So we only ask for like inorganic mineral or organic mineral or chemical or like inorganic chemical. And then what happens is we don't care what you put in the slot, but those secondary stats are now requirements. And what's cool about that is that each one of like, let's say a rare material like titanium. So it has like a stat on it that it gets very commonly, but it's a rare material.
Okay.
But dirt also has a very low chance, but when you refine it, can also get that stat.
Gotcha.
So you might be like, I don't want to use my titanium from what I'm about to make, but I have this dirt with the stat on it and I can use it instead.
Awesome.
So
it sounds very detailed, very in-depth.
Well, and we've been very careful about how we move you into that slowly. That's not implemented right now, but as I said, we don't just like throw you into
That's
it.
good.
But our goal was to create, we love that old system.
Yeah.
So we tried to think of like, how can we get to the point that it could be like an open-ended crafting system?
Definitely. Well, I mean, it sounds like it's a good thing to obviously start off easy with players so they can get used to the basic crafting elements, and then obviously it gets more advanced and like you said.
So we'll show something else that's really cool.
Sure.
This is the power system. We call it PIOS.
Okay.
So the way that PIOS works, let's go back into crafting and click here. Facility, go to power. Now click gates. All right. So the way our power system works is it's like in Minecraft, you know how redstone does? But you know how it takes some time to make each of the gates? So instead it's more like a circuit board. We've created all the gates for you. And you run the power from your generator through that, so you can create automated doors. You'll be able to create automated turrets that are based on this kind of information. And you can do anything.
Awesome.
And right now, we actually just released this to the public again. And so we're getting all, it's basic, but we've already had people who have made 8-bit calculators using this.
I was going to say, how's the feedback? It sounds like people are digging it.
People like it. I think we still have some usability things that we can do to make it better. And we're always about improving. But in the long run, once we get this nice and solid, it will be easy to expand things. Like, for an example, the mech. The mech is a persistent vehicle. So that means it doesn't leave the world. So that means if you have it in one base, we'll have like a hangar and a hangar system that you can make. And it's like, I need to move it from hangar A to hangar B. So then you could go to hangar B and flip a switch, and it would automatically, over where the other place, set it all up and move your mech to the next hangar.
Wow.
That's the goal of the system.
Very cool, very cool. Wow, awesome, man. It's overwhelming in a good way, But
well, of course we've got all sorts of stuff at you because it's packed.
Of course, man.
But let's just go. Like, just jump off. But you can tell even just by the movement, they don't kill you. They just well, you died. Just go ahead and respawn. Don't worry, no death penalty.
Hey, Bill, can you cut that out of the video? Thank you. All right.
Okay, just go this way.
All right.
Just head on. But you can tell through the movement and just that. Now, you have weapons here that you can select, but I'm going to show you something cool. Hit 4. All right, now come down this. Right, this little shaft. Now shoot it downward into the shaft. It's got to reload. There. Come down over, just a little bit over here. Fire. There you go. That's called the arc light. It's a mobile temporary light source generator.
Oh, okay.
So think of it like a flare. So you can like shoot it over here. See how it creates the light? And it stabs in.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's like when you're trying to do like rapid spelunking.
That's awesome. I mean, it makes absolute sense. Wow. Okay, so where it lands, it obviously you have that visual. So very cool, man.
So and then let's go to let's do the smart target launcher. All right. This one's fun. It's your last one on the list. Use your mouse wheel. Scroll to it. That one. All right. Fire it this way. So you're gonna have to reload. Yeah, like fire it like right here. See if it, there we go. It arcs down, it tracks targets.
Awesome. All right. Oh
but we have, our weapons are also procedurally generated.
Okay.
And visually as well as stats. Awesome. And like visually, each weapon has roughly about 6.3 million visual combinations. And that doesn't count colors or stats.
So it's going to be rare to get the same weapon twice almost, I mean.
As far as exact stats, yes.
Okay, very cool. Cool. Awesome, man. This is very...
As you see, you got your Firefox.
Yeah.
So run him down. He creates light for you. He gives you a little extra light.
That's awesome. Nice. Wow, this is very cool, man. I appreciate all your input. It's definitely something I want to get into more. But I like the element where there's a lot of depth from the crafting to the power to everything. It's very cool, man.
But it's all about pacing it for the user. We're still working on making that better. So
totally. Well, thanks for sharing, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.